Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Force here, and today I'd like to show you some of the basics behind a Warlock deck here in Hearthstone. So the Warlock is one of the 9 heroes that you can choose from here in the game. Each one of the heroes has a specific set of cards, as well as a specific hero power, and a unique playstyle. So we're going to be focusing on the Warlock here in this video, and if you guys happen to like how I construct this, then I might make further videos for each of the heroes. So let's start off by talking about the hero power. The hero power for the Warlock is Life Tap. This is actually the only hero power that has a drawback. Every other hero power is a benefit. Get a 1/1 creature in play, deal 2 damage to an enemy hero, get +1 attack and +1 armor, get a dagger in play that you can pump up, you get a totem, you get armor. All of them are positive, but the Warlock has a negative as well. So the Warlock's hero power Life Tap allows you to draw a card, but in the process you must also take 2 damage. Now the thing is, even with that drawback, getting an extra card, getting card advantage is significant in any card game. So that's why it's actually the only hero power that has a drawback to it. I still think the Warlock, even with a drawback to his basic hero power, is a very, very strong hero. So let's go ahead and hop into the deck list. These are the available cards for the Warlock. These are all of the available cards. I've unlocked a majority of them. There's only a few of them, which are the ones grayed out that I don't have access to. The most ridiculous one I still don't have yet. I'm really hoping to get that eventually. So let's go ahead and talk about the general playstyle. So the general playstyle, all of these hero-specific cards sort of revolve around the hero power. So with the hero power for the Warlock being draw a card and lose 2 life, there's actually a lot of life gain available in the Warlock set to try to offset that. Besides life gain, there is direct damage, creature removal, you've got a few creature pump-ups, a little bit of search, and then just a bunch of demons. And the demons are varying strength and varying capabilities. So let's start off here. Let's take a look at some of the damaging abilities. We've got Soulfire here, deals 4 damage. You must discard a card at random, cost 0 resource. Super powerful. Mortal Coil to deal 1 damage to a minion. If it kills it, you get to draw a card. We also have, let's see, this is actually a dual purpose card. You can either deal 2 damage to a minion with it, or if it's a friendly demon, you can pump it up for +2/+2. Moving on to the second page here, destroy a demon, restore 5 health to your hero. This can actually be used offensively or defensively, only if your opponent has a demon, but it's destroy any demon and you get to gain 5 health. A lot of times you're just destroying your own demon. Once it gets to low health, you think it's gonna die anyways. You know, you can destroy it and get some health back. It's still pretty good in that sense. Some more damage here. We've got Drain Life to deal 2 damage and restore 2 health to your hero. Hellfire, this is mass damage, 3 damage to all characters. That includes minions as well as the heroes. And 4 damage to a minion there. And then on the final page here, we've got Destroy a Minion, restore 3 health to your hero. We've got deal 2 damage. This is a card that I don't have. Deal 2 damage to a character. If it kills it, summon a random demon. Twisting Nether, destroy all minions. And that is pretty much all of the direct damage dealing spells. So beyond that, like I said, we've got some pump ups. We've got this Power Overwhelming. It gives a friendly minion +4/+4, and then at the end of turn, it dies horribly. And then we've got the Demon Fire, that dual purpose pump up. And I believe that those are the only 2 specific pump ups available. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that is it. And now let's take a look at some of the demons. So for the demons themselves, we've got a Blood Imp for 1 resource. It's a 1/1 stealth, which means with stealth, they basically can't be attacked or targeted until it does damage. So if I choose to attack with the Blood Imp, then it leaves stealth and the opponent can take care of it. But if I play it and don't do anything with it, it just stays in play. They can't target it. Got a Flame Imp here, 1 resource for 3/2. However, when it comes into play, you take 2 damage, so that's the drawback to it. The Void Walker, it's a 1/3 taunt, so it's a defensive creature for 1 resource. We have got, let's see, the Succubus, 2 lands for a 4/3 battle cry. You discard a card at random. The Felguard, I really like this card. It's 3 resource for a 3/5. It's got taunt, so it's defensive blocker. However, when it comes into play, you must destroy 1 of your mana crystals. It's a setback, but a 3/5 with taunt for 3 is pretty solid. Here's one of the cards that I don't have, the Void Terror. It's a 3/3. It's got Battle Cry of destroying the minions on either side of it, but then it gains attack and health equal to that of the destroyed minions. Pit Lord, don't like this so much. It is an epic card, it's pretty good because it's 4 resource for 7/5, but you also take 7 damage when it comes into play. I guess with all the life gain, you can offset that, and it is a 7/5. If it was a 7/7 though, I think I'd really consider it epic. A couple of the other creatures, the Doom Guard, 5 resource for 5/7, charge, battle cry, discard 2 cards at random. So you can see there's also the theme here of we've got some really powerful abilities and cards, but there's also huge drawbacks such as losing life and discarding cards. The Dread Infernal, one of my favorite cards actually, and this is just from the basic set. It's 6 resource for 6/6, battle cry, deal 1 damage to all other creatures. And finally, the final creature available in the Warlock set is the Lord Jaraxxus. 9 resource for a 3 damage, 15 health. Comes into play, you destroy your hero and replace it with Lord Jaraxxus. That's pretty nifty, huh? If you're wondering what this stuff is down here, basically the way this works, and again, I won't describe this in future videos just now because this is, you know, that's new to everybody. When you purchase a booster pack in this game to get any of the non-basic sets, so the basic set you unlock just through playing the game, and then the expert set you unlock by purchasing deck packs either with real money or with in-game currency. Now when you purchase these deck packs, say with in-game currency, if you get more than 2 of any card, they're considered extra, you can disenchant those extras and you get Arcane Dust, which you can use to construct cards that you don't have yet. It's a really cool system because as soon as you have 2 of any card, you can use it in as many decks as you want. It's not just you have 2, you use 2 of them in a deck, and then that's it. You need to get 2 more for another deck if you want to use that card. No, if you have 2 of a card, then they've got 2, that's all you're ever going to need, and you can disenchant any extras that you get from any booster packs that you purchase in game, even if it's just with in-game currency. It doesn't even need to be with real money. So you'll also notice here, we've got these neutral cards. I'm not focusing on that in this video though. In this video, we're just focusing on the Warlock set. The neutral cards are cards that you unlock through playing the game as well, or from purchasing booster packs, you can get neutral cards, and they're available in any of the decks. So whenever you make a deck, you pick your hero, you've got the set of cards specific to that hero, and then any of the neutral cards you have access to as well. And that's that. Okay, so that is a look at the cards and a talk about the general playstyle of the Warlock deck. Let's go ahead and hop in and see some gameplay.
Gul'dan versus Garrosh.
Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the Warlock deck in action. This is a custom-built deck consisting entirely of Warlock-specific cards. None of the neutral cards are in here, just because I wanted to focus on showing you guys cards specific to this hero. And at the start of a turn, you do get to pick if you want to replace any of your stuff. Taking a look at my hand, though, maybe replace this because I don't even have any creatures, and we can keep those. Okay. We drew into a Doom Guard, all right. We get to play first. We drew into a Flame Imp. It's 2 damage to us, but it's a 3/2 on the first turn. Not too shabby. He starts off with a coin, which gives him an extra mana crystal for the turn, and plays a Murloc Tidehunter, which summons a Murloc. All right. Turn 2, I'm gonna swing him for 3, then also pay 2 life to draw a card. Drew into a Sacrificial Pact, destroy a demon, restore 5 health to your hero, and then we end the turn. Trades creatures and then swings at me with the Murloc, also activates his hero power, which is to gain 2 armor. Turn 3 now, we could do another Flame Imp. It hurts, but I will do it. And then we'll pass the turn.
Ready to ride.
All right, it's time to start gaining back some of that life that we've been losing. First thing is I'm gonna hit him. And then, let's go ahead and do 2 damage and gain 2 life.
Tazdingo!
Okay, so he played his 3/5 blocker. My guy's a 3/1. He's going to die if I try to attack anyways, so I could pump him up so that I at least get the kill off of it. We could also do this. I'm gonna have to discard 2 cards at random, but it's a 5/7 with charge. I could get rid of his defense and then hit him for 3, so I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna throw down the Doom Guard. Get those 2 cards discarded at random. It was a Sacrificial Pact and a Shadow Bolt. But then I get to swing him for 5, and then have my 3 go through. And both my creatures are still alive. He's gonna execute, killing my damaged minion. Also plays that 3/5. Alright. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look here. I can do this to deal 1 damage to all other characters. Swinging for 3 would bring him down. And then 1 more wouldn't be enough for the kill, but... yeah, let's do that. We're gonna swing him for 3. Brings him down to 2. And then we can Dread Infernal. Brings him down to 1. Hopefully he just swings at me and then I can Mortal Coil him the next turn, which will not only kill him but also give me a extra card. He armors up, does exactly what I wanted him to actually, and going straight for me. He plays a Murloc Tidehunter. Alright, so perfect. 1 damage to him. We draw a card. We also drew into a Demon Fire. We could do that to pump up my creature. So I think we're going to. So now I can hit him for 8. That's a lot of damage. Alright. And then I think I might actually want to draw a card for 2. Drew into a Hellfire. Alright, that's actually pretty good, because his creatures have a lot of low casting costs, so that could really work out for me. Let's see if he plays anything that's worth killing next turn. Go straight for me. Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh, he's got a lot of low health characters. This is gonna be really good. Okay. I hit him. Well, let's see here, actually. I can do 8. That'd be 12 plus 4. Ah, it's not enough because he has 18 health. Actually, no, plus this. Yeah, that's gonna be enough. Okay, here we go. Ready? Power Overwhelming, giving a +4/+4, but he dies at the end of this turn. Okay, so we hit him for 12. And then we do 3 damage to all characters. And then we hit him for 4. And that is a great example of the Warlock deck. Okay, so I'd just like to wrap up by showing you the specific deck list that I have for my basic Warlock deck here. Starting off with a couple of Soulfires, 2 Mortal Coils, Power Overwhelming, Flame Imp, Voidwalker, Demon Fire, Sacrificial Pact, Drain Life, Sense Demons, Shadow Bolt, Felguard, Hellfire, Shadow Flame, Doomguard, Siphon Soul, and Dread Infernal. Now there's something that I do want to mention. When you first play the Warlock deck, the one that the game constructs plays it a bit differently than I do, because they've got creatures that give you plus to spell power. Now playing with plus spell power creatures can be very effective to the Warlock deck. I just didn't build this particular version of it that way, but if you play it that way, it can certainly be very strong. For example, this Cabal Geomancer here gives you +1 spell power, and what that does is it makes it so that any of your spells, which this Warlock deck has access to a lot of them, does that 1 more damage. So for example, the Shadow Bolt here, it would be 5 damage for 3 resource instead of 4. Also, this right here, Drain Life, would be 3 damage instead of 2. You get the picture. This would be 3 damage instead of 2. So having plus spell power creatures in a Warlock deck can be very strong. And you know, I think that's where a lot of the best decks are probably going to come from. It'll be from mixing the basic set cards for each of the classes, each of the heroes, with some of these neutral cards where there's a lot of really good synergy. But again, this deck is, I think, entirely made out of Warlock cards, just for the sake of showing you the Warlock cards in action. Alright guys, well thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this look at a basic Warlock deck here in Hearthstone. Let me know what you thought of this video. If you liked it, I will do similar videos for all of the other 8 heroes of the total 9 here in Hearthstone Heroes of Warcraft. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe, and as always, keep watching and keep owning.